Good evening. This is David Lynn, and you are here on another edition of Coffee Talk, the Friday edition. Weekend coming up. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will help me with the algorithm. And if you would and you have not done so, please look at my latest short. I did a short earlier, and it's doing pretty good. It was one I took yesterday evening of my two dogs, Catfish and Maya. And I'm ready for a weekend, I'll tell you that much. Uncle Al, thank you for coming in. And you are the first, sir. Utah Mike, thank you for coming in. Yes, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Joseph Moore, welcome Joseph Moore. This is what they call a fired up Friday, so I think I'll fire it up with my little Zippo. This is my little toy lighter. Good Lord, maybe I need flint and steel. I mean, this thing, I'm constantly having to put lighter fluid in it. Good God. Well, I can smell it. Oh man. Nothing better than these. Nothing better than these. I got these out of a ration. First strikes. Well, one time I did a second strike. It took two, but usually it's a first strike. Match. Whoop, that's one. That's two. God darn it. I'm lying to myself here. That's three. Uh-oh. Four. Well, it was faster than the Zippo. But really, usually it's first strike and it lights. So I don't know. But inexpensive, cheap, freebies. Happy Fired Up Friday. Who else is in here? Somebody snuck in on me. Let me see. Verna. How you doing? I don't know if you can feel it, but I run one of your live streams, Verna. I have not written, I haven't left a comment or left a like, but I need to go back. I have a list of the ones I run last night, and I ran 2, 4, 6. I run 6 last night, and yours was one of them. Mansing Lepit. Mansing, thank you for coming in, Mansing. All I can say is thank God it's Friday. I'm tired. I'm ready for a weekend. Mom of 4 boys. How you doing, Mom? I am tired. I am really tired. And I still have my cough. I'm still taking medication. When I get ready to go to bed, I'm taking one of the green ones. Helps you to sleep. Chlorocetin for high blood pressure. Cold and flu nighttime. Still got a runny nose. Still coughing. Feel a lot better though. Oh man. So my watch time, my hours are way down because I haven't been streaming. I haven't really been putting out content. I did put out a um, a 21-second short of my two dogs. Bert from Bert's Beats is constantly doing shorts of his dogs and saying stuff and showing them in different backgrounds and such. And I said, well, I got cute dogs. I thought I'd put up a short of mine. And I don't do that many shorts and I don't do that many videos and such. But I don't really have time and energy to do it. I put my energy into doing my 1 hour live stream, and I've been pretty good about doing them. But here lately, because I've been sick, I've missed a bunch. So my time is way down. But I'm sure it'll go back up. The other thing I've been told is that there's a lot of people live streaming at the same time. So there are people that would normally be in here and they're maybe at somebody else's live stream. They may pop in for a few minutes or they may not. I don't know. Some people who miss the live stream, they come back and they leave comments and they say they watch part of it, or they rent it, There are people that I run their live streams and then they run my live streams, to give watch time. We're not actually watching each other's live streams. We're basically putting it on a playlist and playing it so we get the watch time. It is what it is, When I was very active on my YouTube channel, within the first 24 hours, my video, if I dropped a video, would have over 100 views. Within a couple of days, it would have 200. By the end of a week, it'd have 300. By that time, I dropped another one. A week later, it'd have 400. So I was getting plenty of views, and and I'd get a couple of hundred. I'd have a couple of hundred people commenting. It's rough trying to answer all those comments. It really is, And some of them are leaving detailed. Really, they ask you a question or they say something and they give you, and you have to really think about it to give them a from the heart, response. And I don't have the time for that. I really do not. I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. Now, this summer I will be off for over 2 months. And I will try to get back to the way I was before. And I'm sure my material will go up and probably my views will go up and my hours and everything else will go up. But I'm not making anything off of this. When I do a video and I make a recommendation of something to somebody, it's something I own. I paid for it myself. It wasn't a freebie. I'm not being sponsored by anybody. They're not sending me stuff to review. This is stuff that I buy and I use regularly myself. So I can speak to it and I can recommend it. And I only recommend things that I feel like you should have and that are reasonably priced. And a lot of times I'll post it. This is a deal. This is now the time you need to go buy it. Because this is a deal. Because periodically you can get deals and stuff. And that's, those are my thoughts. Little Lone Prepper, welcome. But, I will say there's probably a lot of people like me out there that they work to build their channel and their subscribers and such, and they get up to a certain number and then they sort of slack off because I've been to a lot of channels that I'm subscribed to, and I'm probably subscribed to 15. If I've got 1,500, 1,600 subscribers, I'm probably subscribed to 1,500, 1,600 or more channels. And I've been to channels that have a lot more subscribers than I do, and they drop a video, and a week later, it's got 25 views, and and they've got 7, 8, 10, 12,000 subscribers, and they drop a video, and a week later, it's got 25 views, and I'm not taking anything away from them. I'm not taking anything away from anybody. I'm just saying that they're not out there supporting their channel, you know. And the people that they're getting the views and such, you get a loyal following. I've got a small loyal following. You know, people that I talk to, people that text me occasionally, people that'll email me, people that I have sent stuff to. People who have been one of my subscriber giveaways, or that I've sent a goodie box to, just out of the kindness of my heart, trying to help people. And I've got a loyal following, and it's not a big loyal following, but I've got a loyal following. And it is what it is. It is what it is. I've been busy. I'm thinking about making a trip to Ohio next weekend for vision preparedness bug out weekend, then visiting my son for a few. It sounds wonderful. Little on prepper, it sounds wonderful. I truly hope you have a safe trip and you enjoy yourself. Make sure you take some pictures. If you've got a phone that records, you could do a few shorts. It's a good time to start loading up. You can actually drop a few. Be a content creator. That's how I got started. Yeah. Well, and I will tell you this. Um, you know, I drop a short, and here lately, most of my shorts do fairly well. They do fairly well. Some of them don't. Like the one I dropped before had 90 views. And that's a short. And to me, that's not great. But hey, that's 90 views. 90 total views. Now, for whatever reason, certain things, you drop certain things, like if I drop foliage, plants, or salad, or an animal, I get several hundred views. I think it's the algorithm. It's it's supporting that kind of content. If you produce content that the algorithm is programmed to like, they put you out where people have the opportunity to you get people who go through just viewing shorts. Like sometimes I go through and I'll just be thumbing through shorts, and each of those shorts that you thumb through, that's a view. Now I might watch 5 seconds of it, or I might watch the whole thing. I may leave a comment depending on who it is. I may leave a like. I usually leave likes. Most times when I thumb through, I will leave a like to support that short. But if it's somebody I really don't know that well, a lot of times I just don't leave comments, and that way they don't know who I am. But they did get a view and they did get a like from me. Walter Davis. Long time no see. Good evening, Walter Davis, my friend. I have not been to visit you lately, but I do appreciate you. Um, I know everybody in here is subscribed to Walter Davis, but I will tell you he puts out some really good Um, he puts out some really good material. He's a deep thinker. He's very, I would say, very wise, and I enjoy listening to his perspectives on things. Same thing with Uncle Al. You know, Uncle Al puts out some really good stuff. He rants a little bit more, but I mean, I truly enjoy it. And if you don't, if you should be, you should be spending some time on Uncle Al's channel. He puts out some real good material, and he will help you when it comes to being prepared. He's very good on preparedness. So, as an example, right now, I did a short on my dog's Catfish and Maya, which I dropped about 5 hours ago. Right now, it has 315 views, but only 21 likes. And 3 people have comments, which I've responded to. So, but like last weekend, I dropped 3 shorts in a row. Each one got over 400 views. And then they petered out. One of them was about 450. Another one was like about 430 ish. And the other one was like 418. And they petered out. You know. But still, that's 1,200 views in an afternoon. Or in a morning and an afternoon. It's 1,200 views. You know. Yeah, my dogs are very lovable. They are cute. And they're good watchdogs. They let you know when somebody's around. They're family, you know. Good God, I spend so much money on them. It's not funny. They go to the vet like in the last week. Both of them have been to the vet, and between the two of them, it was right at $600 for the 2 dogs. The vet the last week, and I get hit like that 2-3 times a year. You tell Mike you take care and take care of Mama. I will be eating some leftover spaghetti from last night. Yesterday was my birthday. I took the day off. And my wife and my daughter both made me custom cards. You know, I like custom cards. You know, this is my daughter and my wife. Little custom cards. Didn't cost them anything but time. Little time. I cherish these and I save them. I get them for Christmas, birthday, Father's Day. You know. Lord have mercy. So, you know, I can talk about a few things that I feel are of significance. The government passed a well, it's like my giving away a goodie box, but the government's goodies were $95 billion. They passed an aid package, 61 billion for Ukraine, 61 billion for Ukraine. Um, the remainder was for Israel and for Taiwan. $95 billion. Did I mention I think I posted it on my community wall, that the national debt was going on 35 trillion. 1,000 billion is a trillion. Debt keeps going up. So for those 350 million people living here, 350 million people living here, each individual person, man, woman, child, baby, whoever, to pay the debt off would have to come up with 102,000 and some odd dollars. 102,000 and some odd dollars. Every person in the United States. And it just keeps going up. People spend money like it's going out of style. Well, thank you. I hit the big 6-2. Thank you. And they had a nice, my wife made a nice chocolate cake for me. I may post some images. I could post some images. We had spaghetti, and which I love spaghetti, and had a nice cake. And and so that you'll know, my daughter, who made me this nice little card. She's 25 years old. Just got her master's degree at Christmas. My baby. My baby. Very proud of her. And we're best friends. I'm her parent. I am her mentor. I'm her father. But we're also, we're friends. And we can talk. And occasionally my wife will compliment me, saying, "She's just like you." She means that as an insult, and I take it as a compliment. You're just alike. Insult me all day long with that one. Have at it. Insult me. So, think about that. The national debt. And we're talking. Now, here's another thing. 20 years ago, the national debt was, like maybe $5 trillion. And we were fighting a lot of wars. We put a lot of that money went to fighting the wars and going in and occupying with major league forces, and all the expenditure of treasure and blood that we did. Iraq, Afghanistan, we're all over the damn place. And it just, since Obama took office, Obama, Trump, and Biden, it just blew out. It really has blown out. And I understand the pandemic that really jacked things up, and the government gave out a lot of stimulus money trying to keep people going, trying to keep businesses going. I mean, a lot of stimulus checks. A lot of people got a lot of freebie money, and it was mainly the poor people, the working poor people, that got that money. The middle class people really did not get. I can remember I got one of those 4 or 5 stimulus checks. I got one. A couple of $1,000. My daughter got one stimulus check. And then there were people who were getting like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for each child. I remember a Hispanic couple, poor people. They had got a huge, because they had like 10 kids. And they're like little kids. Like every year they got a kid. It's like 8 or 10 of them. They're going. They're spending their money. You know, buying crap. And the stimulus money was like, man, it was like it's almost like you worked for a year and that was your salary for the year. These stimulus checks that they're getting, and they're getting big, big amounts of money. It's all, just blowing up the debt, blowing up the debt. Devil Dog Prepper, how you doing? Yes, please, if you have not left a like, please leave a like to support the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Here's a little known fact for you. You know when the income tax originated? An income tax was passed. First income tax was passed in World War I. When we went into the war, the government passed a 1% income tax to help pay for the war. And they were concerned because that was a lot of money. And as soon as the war was over, they repealed it. A little over 100 years ago. The origination of the income tax. A 1% tax to help pay for the war, to fight the war. 1%. And then they repealed it. You can look that up if you don't believe me. God bless you, man. 12 hours is a long day. I understand. Right now, I'm trying to raise everybody's blood pressure with the stuff that's going on. So, here's another one for you. How many and I had put this up on my community wall and then I pulled it down. But I had done another one of those community wall posts where I had put up the foreign-born population in the United States. So the population is about 350 million. People living in the United States, about 350 million. On the census and everything, about 350 million. How many foreign-born people are living in the United States? Foreign-born. People born elsewhere who came here. Right at 50 million. Right at 50 million people. Foreign-born. Where do the majority of the foreign-born come from? Cooking with Rick. Hello, Cooking with Rick. Let me look at your channel. Cooking with Rick, writing you down. Go to the channel. Oh, you're a pretty good sized channel. 20.6K. 1.9K videos. I'll tell you what, Rick, I'm going to subscribe you. I haven't been subscribed, but I'm subscribing you. I'm going to share you out. And I'm going to give you standard moderator. Rick, you're now a standard moderator on my channel. Welcome. Hopefully you will subscribe me back. That way we will both grow together. 11 in the house. Mike Crusher Reviews. My friend Mike. I saw a notification where you dropped something. I need to go look at it. Good time to do it this weekend, and I will enjoy doing it. If you're not subscribed to Mike Crusher, you need to. It Nougat Mixed TV, welcome. Thank you for coming in. If you are not subscribed to Cooking with Rick, and honestly, here's another channel, over 20,000 subscribers, never heard of him. Just came in, I joined his channel, I gave him standard moderator. And he just picked up a subscriber. Hasn't made another comment. Might have popped out, I do not know. 7 in the house, 10 likes. You still here, Rick? Right now, and I have been sitting at 1,556. 1,556 subscribers. I started out the live stream at 1,556. He's a good supporter. Well, let's see if he subscribes me back. I mean, I will subscribe anybody that subscribes me, you know. That way we grow together. So, but think about that. Now, where did the majority of our immigrants come from? They're coming from south of the border from Mexico. Now, that's traditionally where our Hispanic immigrants come from. But now they're coming from Central America, they're coming from South America, they're coming from all over. They're coming from the Middle East, North Africa, they're coming from the Caribbean, they're coming from China, they're coming from all over the bloody place. And they are coming through swamping us. The blue cities are really taking it hard. They are going in debt trying to support them. These so-called sanctuary cities, they're going in debt trying to support them. They're crying. They are basically neglecting their homeless. What's the homeless population in the United States? And you want to write down some figures that I've got floating around in my head. They estimate there's over 650,000 homeless citizens in the United States. Places like Los Angeles, New York City, Chicago, Illinois, to name a few. Each of those cities have over 50 to 60,000 homeless citizens. And then you got the immigrants coming in, you know, and they're spending millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they're trying to find ways to cut other areas of their budget. Like, let's cut the police, law enforcement. We don't need law enforcement in the blue city, you know. And oh well, you know, they've got the right to feed themselves by robbing other people and stealing out of stores. They're just trying to support themselves. I'm trying to get a good rant going. Free hotels, free cell phones. Did you see where they're trying to do some of that protesting in Austin? on UT campus, they put a stop to that mess. They arrested over 100 people. They're not playing. The state police, the governor, the National Guard, they're not playing. Austin might be a blue city, but the state capital is in Austin, and the governor is in Austin, and he's not taking it. He's not. He threatened to take over law enforcement in Austin. Belinda's Country Living. Hello, Belinda. So my latest short is sitting at 369, 22 likes, 3 people have left comments, which I've responded to. I'm sitting at 1,556 subscribers, which was where I was at when I started my live stream. Some people are very tight and stingy when it comes to likes. I do not understand, but they are. They're very tight with their likes. And usually people who leave comments are ones that want you to view back. And they'll be the ones that are your support. They support you, you support them. The playlists I run at night, I run channels that run mine to help get my views up or my hours up. I have over 4,000. I have over 5,000 watch hours, and I have not done the paperwork to monetize. But you know, I understand there are people who are retired or they're semi-retired or they put a lot of time into YouTube, and they want that little bit of money that they get from it. They get some money out of it. And I'm retired. I get a retirement check from the state. I get my insurance through the state because I'm a retired educator, 30 years in. I'm what they call a retire rehire, so I have went back to work. So I get a retirement check and I get a paycheck teaching. And because of the amount of experience I have and because of what I do, I top out the pay scale for teaching, you know. So if I don't get monetized and I don't get $100 or $150 a month, you know, it's not going to hurt me. If I do, I do. But I just haven't done the monetization. I'll go down to Speedy Stop and I'll buy a taco in the morning and I'll buy a cup of coffee. Do you have Speedy Stop rewards? I should, but I don't. I told my daughter, you want to do something for me for my birthday? Help me get lined up with that Speedy Stop rewards. You know, get that app for me and get it all hooked up into my phone. You know, the kids today, they can do stuff that I can't. I probably could if I researched it, you know, or really, but I don't. You know, I don't. I'm good with the technology that was around when I was around younger days. I finished both of my graduate degrees prior to the internet. And so a lot of the stuff that's come out, and they talk about this, that, and the other. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I mean, I've heard of the really big stuff. Like, I knew there was MySpace, which was around before um, Facebook, and that was like sort of like, I guess, like Facebook, but prior to Facebook, and then I guess it went under. And I mean, I know what Twitter is. I don't do Twitter. I don't tweet. I used to joke with the kids about I don't twerk. I don't do any of this sort of stuff. It's tweet, it's not twerk. You know, and they'd laugh their heads off because I know what twerking is, but I'd say that to be funny. The stuff where you shake your ass on the, excuse my language, on, you know, young girls, you know, whatever. Um, I, you know, a lot of that stuff is just silly to me at my age and my stage of life. Kids are into that kind of stuff. How many subscribers do I have? Um, my next giveaway, because I've been doing 100 subscriber giveaways, I'll be at 1,600. I'm at 15. I'm on the back side of 1,500. I'm 1556, 1557, somewhere along in there. I grow in spurts. In the last month, I've picked up like 30-ish, 31, 32 subscribers in the last month. I was averaging over 100 new subscribers a month, but I really way down on my subscribers because I'm way down on my time with my channel. I don't have time. I work, and you can say, well, all right, look, when I was not working and I was retired and I get a nice retirement check, I was putting 5, 6, 7 hours a day into my YouTube. So I could put 5, 6, 7 hours a day into my YouTube, and then I can look at analytics, and I can look at there are programs out there that will project what your channel's bringing in, and if I was monetized, my channel would be bringing in less than $100 a month. You know, so I mean, I'm teaching again, and my salary is right at $70,000 a year as a teacher. I get all the time off that teachers get, and that's not counting my retirement. So it's like I put in an 8-hour, 9-hour day at work, 5 days a week. I get my warm fuzzy at the end of the month. It's a hell of a lot more than I'd be getting from a lot more than I would be getting from YouTube, by far. So this is my hobby. I don't do Instagram. I don't do Twitter. I don't do Facebook. I don't do any of that stuff. I do YouTube. That's my social media. And if you want to go look me up someplace, I don't have a presence on any of these other platforms. I did when I was a school administrator. They discouraged us from doing that kind of stuff. They said you could get in trouble doing that kind of stuff. They discouraged us from doing that kind of stuff. The district I worked for, as when I was a principal, and I never got into it. You know, I had the same email account that I've had forever. I text. My phone number I've had for a long time. My cell phone number. I've had cell phones for, God, 30, probably 30. I've been using cell phones for When people were not using cell phones, I was using a cell phone. And I used to have a pager back in the day. And I can talk to you about the evolution of all that. The internet basically got going in around 1995, about when the internet got going. YouTube got going in 2005. Um, you know, so like the kids today have grown up with this stuff. They grew up with it. I didn't grow up with it. We were fairly affluent, and we had a couple of phones in our house. One of them was in the dining room. You know, we had one in the dining room, we had one in the kitchen. And rotary dial phones, had a short line sitting on a desk. You pick it up, put it up to your ear, you know, rotary. Didn't have an answer machine. Didn't have that. It's what I grew up with. How old am I? I turned 62 yesterday. I'm 62. In the state of Texas, in order to retire, your years of service and your physical age have to be 85. I retired when I was 56, and I stayed retired for 5 years. And this year I came back. And I make more as a teacher than a couple of the assistant principals do. And I'm not talking about my retirement, I'm just talking about my teacher pay. Because assistant principals, like where I'm at, they don't make that good. Principals make better than assistant principals. I was a principal. I've been an assistant principal, and I've been a principal. So principals make more. And it all depends on, you know, how big the district is, your position, you know. A high school principal makes more than an elementary principal. I was a special ed director for 3 years when I was in Corpus, you know, at a 3A school district. I could tell you stories about that, you know. Melinda, I will tell you, I run one of your, you call it a live stream, but it wasn't that long. I run one overnight. I've run most of your longer stuff. In order to get to your stuff, I have to go way back because I've run everything. If it's just a video, I watch it. You know, I enjoy. You'll do traffic videos. You do a 2 or 3 minute traffic video. I enjoy that. You know, somebody told me I should be doing driving videos. Hey, SD. I'm going to do the best I can to get your box out this weekend. I really need to do it. I've been talking about that for the longest time, but I'll be getting your box out to you. And I'll be doing I'll probably be doing a premiere next Wednesday. It'll probably be next Wednesday. You should get your box sometimes the middle or latter part of next week. But I'm going to do a video, and I'll put that little short that I did, for you, shout out short. I'm going to put that in it. Of course, I'll have to have a taco and some coffee, and I'll show loading up the box. So I peaky swear I'm going to get it out. I've been sick, and that's no excuse, but I need to get it out. So 7 in the house. 12 likes. If you haven't left a like, please leave a like to support the channel. If you have not looked at my short, I did a short last night of my dogs. It's like 21, 22 seconds. Catfish and Maya. The male dog's Catfish. He's the smaller dog. The bigger dog is Maya. She's younger than Catfish. And she's like my horse. She's a big dog, big fat dog. Trying to get her to lose weight. Anyway, I will probably put out another. I've got another one ready to load up. I've got a short ready to load up. Some people they drop. Some people drop 3-4 shorts a day. Me, I don't do that. Now, once in a while, I'm not going to lie to you. I dropped 3 shorts last weekend on one day. Each one got over 400 views. But between the 3 of them, they got about 1,300 views. And I said, "Good God Almighty, that was nice." Then the one I dropped after it has 90 views. And then this one has about 350 views. Last time I checked, it's about 350 views. $369 views, 418 views. This one has 418 views of my dogs, 418 views, and 24 likes, and 4 people have commented, and I responded to 3 of them. I started out at 1,556. Started out at 1,556 subscribers. Gentleman came in that I'd never heard of. Cooking with Rick. He's got over 20,000 subscribers. And I subscribed him. And I gave him standard moderator. I don't think he's still here. If you're still here, let me know you're still here. But I'm still sitting at 1,556 subscribers. I'm still sitting at that same number. So you know what? If I don't pick up another subscriber, I may drop that channel subscription. I mean, we grow together. I support those who support me. And a huge channel like that, it's nothing for him to give me a subscription. Plus, he might get some love from me because I do try to support those who support me. I tell you what, let me tell you something about Belinda. Personally, and this is when my channel was really blowing up and really growing, I've never had, I don't think I've even had 200 likes on a video. And I've got videos that got thousands of views. I've got several videos that still get views. I've never had a video get 200 likes. I've had them get over 100 likes. Haven't had them. I was looking at some of her stuff that, like, it's a week old, 2 weeks old. 300 likes. My God. They love this woman. They love her food. I have never, I mean, like right now, I'm not getting 300 views on my videos, much less 300 likes. And I mean, I was getting 500 views in some of them, and I'd get maybe 100 likes, and I'd get a couple of hundred comments. People wanting you to look at their stuff, they leave comments, and like some of my videos would get like right at 200 comments, and it'd have over 100 views. I mean, 100 likes, have 110, 115 likes, 120 likes. But I mean, go back and look at some of my older stuff when I wasn't working, you know. And just this lady, she puts out good cooking content, and I enjoy watching it. And I watch her stuff. I mean, I'm not talking about, I'm not putting it on. Yeah, if she did a live stream, it would be on a playlist. But I'm talking about she does a video and it's like 10, 12, 15 minutes. I watch it. I enjoy watching. I love food videos. I really enjoy food cooking videos. I don't get to cook the way I used to. When I wasn't working, I was cooking. I enjoy cooking. I really enjoy cooking. So, what are you doing to be prepared? Are you preparing for anything? Well, I'm preparing to eat my supper and I'm preparing to go to bed. And I'm talking about wake up in the morning, the power's out and the water's off. What are you prepared for? Store's closed. What you have is what you have. How long is it going to last you? How much water do you have stored up? Do you have access to water? Can't live very long without water, and it better be clean water, or that'll kill you. Got food? Yeah, you can go for a while without eating, but you don't have any strength, no energy. If you're overweight, yeah, I guess it can help you lose weight. Think about that. You take medication, keep you alive. How much medication you have? How long is that going to last you? You got to think about stuff like that. And I know I depress people when I talk about that, but then that's what I do. I talk about preparedness. And yeah, people get, yeah, Summer of Love Part 3, right. It's going to be interesting going into the election what's going to happen. No matter who wins, there are going to be people freaking out. If Trump gets reelected, oh man, they're going to be rioting in the streets in the blue cities, and they may not put them down. They may just let them burn the place. Mr. Whistle, welcome, Mr. Whistle. Thank you for coming. And I will try to do some shout outs. I linked some channels on my community wall when I did my last post. Channels that I also video, that little video I'd released. I linked a bunch of channels. So, the Boy Scout motto is be prepared. Are you getting prepared? Do you have an inventory of what you have? Do you have a list of what you need, and are you shopping it? Are you increasing the food that you have available? Are you increasing the bottled water that you have stored up? Do you have a means to filter water and clean water? Do you have a good supply of your medication? Do you have a means to defend yourself? If they decide to come for what you have, how are you going to stop them from getting it? Or try to stop them from getting it? Well, speak sternly to them. Use harsh words. I'm sure that'll motivate somebody. At least probably get a laugh out of them. Good night, Uncle Al. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. So, be prepared. Every day when you wake up, thank God for the day. I've been watching some shorts and they talk about about when you die. The scriptures, if you read scripture and you know what scriptures say, you know that your relatives, your loved ones that have passed on, they're not up there on a cloud watching you. The dead sleep. The dead know not what the living do. That's scriptural. Now, Judgment Day, everybody's going to be there at Judgment Day. The dead will rise for the judgment. And hopefully, you got faith in the Lord, you accept the Lord, you try to live a good life, you're washed in the blood of Jesus, and you'll get your reward. And hopefully you'll be there with all of your loved ones. Um, that's my faith and my belief. Or I could say my testimony. So I will plan on being back tomorrow, and I'll try to post some stuff this weekend, and I'll try to put out another short or two, and I'll try to work on my video. I've got to get the box out for SD Mountain Man Scott, and I'll send you a tracking number, and when they say you should get it, when I get it shipped off to you. Everybody, please have a blessed day. And I will try to be back tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Thank you. Blessings. Appreciate you guys for being here. And I will give you guys as much love as I can. Bye.